All right, start with the name.
Sure. Deputy Chief Christopher Covelli, Covelli, with the Lake County Sheriff's Office. This afternoon at about 12:30, we learned of a traffic crash that occurred at Route 14 in Pepper. Additional information was learned when deputies were responding that the person who caused the rear-end collision is suspected of committing a homicide in the city of Chicago. We allocated a lot of resources to respond to this area as we had witnesses that observed the driver of that pickup truck and the suspected homicide suspect flee on foot along with a female passenger. We very quickly established a perimeter, called in a lot of resources from neighboring agencies that have been a tremendous help and resource throughout this afternoon. We have had drones up, a number of canines searching the area, as well as a lot of units roving the area as well. Additionally, we have an aircraft from the Illinois State Police that is inbound and is going to help in the search as well. About an hour and a half or so into the search, we located the female right here at this gas station. As of right now, she is in police custody. A firearm was recovered as well. We located some property that the male, he's a 38-year-old man of Chicago, approximately 5'10", 165 pounds, African-American male with black hair and brown eyes. Last seen, we believe he's wearing a white t-shirt and blue shorts. Obviously, that can change if he comes across other clothing or sheds clothing as he's running. That is the individual we continue looking for right now. Again, we have a lot of resources out here, several road closures as we have perimeter units that are set up around the area. So the search is very active. We are concerned that he could potentially be armed. Even though we found that firearm, we are still considering him armed. We're asking anybody from the community that may see him or see somebody matching this description to call 911 right away. Under no circumstances approach this individual. We want to safely be able to apprehend him, turn him over to Chicago Police Department so they can continue their investigation.
Can you tell us more about this incident in Chicago?
Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of information. We do have Chicago Police here with us on the scene. They're providing a lot of crucial background information. It wouldn't really be appropriate for me to speak of their case, though.
So CPD wasn't here initially for that crash. They came after.
I don't want to speak to CPD or what they may or may not have been doing in the area at that time.
Was the firearm found in the gas station bathroom?
There was a firearm found in the gas station, another firearm found by our canine units as they were searching the area.
Is the female facing any potential charges at this point?
It's still unclear. We have investigators speaking to her at this time, along with Chicago police investigators.
So you're still looking for two males?
One individual.
One male.
Yes.
The driver of the pickup truck was the homicide suspect? Okay.
That's correct.
And then a passenger, a female who you have, and there's another male passenger?
No.
Okay, just two.
Just two. We have very good video from an area business where they fled from the car. A lot of businesses in the area that have been a huge help for us, allowing us to review their video surveillance, which has really helped us further the investigation. Obviously, this is a concerning situation for parents who have kids that are exiting school when school closures are happening and dismissing for the day. We have been in communication with those schools. They establish their safety protocols to make sure kids can get out safe. Some schools continue to hold a few students that live in the area until their parents come and pick them up, but we are working closely with them as well. We understand it's concerning for the residents in this area that there could be an individual armed with a firearm that's suspected of committing a homicide. We're putting a lot of resources into this to try to locate him, and we hope to safely take him into custody tonight.
So just to reiterate, the female that is in custody, charges not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
The terrain this way is pretty dense and hilly and foresty. I come from Manhunt, Pennsylvania, very similar. Have you worries that he went that way and it could be a difficult terrain situation? How are you guys adapting to terrain?
Based on evidence that we located, some video surveillance, we don't initially think that he went that direction. Certainly anybody can double back and try to step out of the perimeter and the secure zone. We do take that into consideration. When our air resources get here, that will help us tremendously as well.
I don't know if you can kind of talk on this, but some of the folks who've been talking about here encountered that female, had conversations with her. It just kind of, she kind of played with their minds a bit, made it seem like she too was just a witness out here.
Yeah, so it appears at face value from the information I have right now that she did attempt to blend in with some onlookers as to those that were watching the events unfold. She was apprehended pretty quickly by our responding units and our partners that came out here to assist us.
And you have reason to believe that the weapon that was found in the bathroom belonged to one of them?
We do have reason to believe that, yes.
And do you have are you establishing like a public perimeter you're telling folks by street, or are you just saying the general area?
We're asking people that are within this area of Route 14 to 22 to 59 to Kelsey Road, obviously remain vigilant. We're not asking you to barricade yourselves in the house for the night, but keep a watchful eye. Certainly we wouldn't let or want kids to necessarily be out playing without adult supervision while this person is on the loose.
How long do you expect to keep this closed?
We don't know yet. We've got some additional air units that are inbound to assist us with the search. It could be an hour, it could be several hours.
Can you describe whatever challenges this particular area might give you as far as the search?
The terrain in this area, we have some waterways, we have some very dense vegetation that we're contending with. We have over a dozen canines that are out here that are a big help for our units on the ground. Our drone units that have been up from both the Sheriff's Office and multiple local assisting agencies have been a tremendous help as well. And when we have our aircraft up in the air, that should assist as well.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you all.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Chris.